So it's 3 a.m. and I thought I'd make a video to say I'm sorry. um, it's not really that I've done anything wrong, it's just that lately I've been extremely stressed out and tired and dealing with insomnia, and I feel like my YouTube channel has suffered because of it, you know? I feel like I haven't hit that peak that I was at when I started out, you know, like with the barefoot story video, just in terms of like creativity and everything. And it's like the past month, especially, has been so hard um, because I'm just taking every single dollar that I make from YouTube and putting it straight into my van build, you know. And it's gotten to winter. I wasn't planning to not be this far along, you know, to like have to work on just some of the basic stuff and not even have heating ready. And the winter get here. Oh, fuck me. You gotta be kidding me. What?
What are you doing?
I'm filming.
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Why?
I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep, so maybe we'll do something productive.
It's too cold out here.
It's not cold. Why did you wake up?
What?
Why did you wake up?
Because I heard you.
In the van?
I always hear you. No, going out.
Oh, fuck me. This is exactly what this video is about. It's very ironic that this happened, but this is one of the things that's really hard about living at home right now, is that I can't even get out of bed without waking her up. And then, of course, you know, like, I'll go out to the van, you know, to try to do something productive, and then she comes out and she's like all worried, and she's like, what are you doing? What's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. Fuck, man. Last night, and the kind of like the reason that I'm making this video is that for the past over a month, I've been eating raw meat, and as kind of like an experiment to see if it'll help with my joint pain and various other symptoms that I've been dealing with, because a lot of people say that plants can cause problems when you have autoimmune, you know, type joint pain issues. Anyways, like every other controversial thing I've done, my mom just completely flipped out, you know, when I started doing it. Like literally from the first time that she saw me eat raw meat, she was just like throwing a fit about it and threatening to throw me out of the house and other drama. And then like last night, like we eat completely different diets, right? So the last thing that she's been able to fix for me, like once a week she'll buy salmon, you know, and cook it. And I don't really want to eat it because I'm eating 100% raw diet right now with a little bit of like walnuts and leafy greens and avocado mixed in. But everything that I'm eating is raw right now, and I feel the same connection to it that I felt to raw veganism. You know, I seem to do really well with raw foods. But anyways, she made salmon last night, and she basically used it to like guilt trip me about like eating raw food. She's like, you know, if you want this salmon, you can't eat anything raw with it. I was just like, she's already not letting me eat at the dinner table, which is like, you know, fine. I'll eat in my room, or I'll eat out in the kitchen or whatever. And that already is just, it's so silly, you know, like with all the disconnection, the stress and like war and everything going on, is like, this is what you're going to throw a fit about, you know, whether or not I'm cooking my food. And I get in the beginning of it, I could understand someone be worried, you know, if they'd never tried it before and they thought that, you know, someone might be putting themselves at risk. But then after you see me do it for a month, you know, and I don't get sick and I seem to be getting better, you know, it's like, wouldn't you like reassess? But yeah, so I just went and ate in my room, and it's like these constant conflicts are just killing me, you know, stress wise. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack one of these days from living in this place for so long, where increasingly I have almost nothing in common ideologically with the person that I'm living with, and um, it's a really awful feeling to feel like this person that you're supposed to have a really close connection with is like a complete alien to you, and to them you feel like a complete alien. It's just so weird that I feel like I have more in common with people that I know online than my own family. It just like shouldn't be that way. Just so unnatural. But anyways, one of the reasons why I've been even more stressed out than normal the past month is because a lot of the brands that I work with have like gone to paying me every quarter instead of every month. So this is has really slowed down my van bill to a crawl, because I have all of these expenses. The heating is the number one thing, and fortunately, I just got paid about a week ago, so I was able to order the propane fireplace that I'm going to put over there, which will be huge. But then I also have to buy the propane tank, which is like $900. So now I'm saving up for that, but yeah, it's been incredibly unmotivating getting paid by a lot of the top companies that for referral sales, that like barefoot shoes, like Vivo Barefoot, Vibram, Freet, all of them are paying me once a quarter, so that means I don't get paid for 3 months. And then I get this like lump sum, which it's just like the way that we're supposed to live is that we're supposed to have a connection between like effort and result. Like if we were hunting an animal or something, you put in effort for maybe a day or at most maybe a few days, and then you get the result and you cook the meat and it feels fulfilling. But living with this thing of like putting in work day after day after day after day after day for like 90 days and almost getting paid nothing other than like I get paid by YouTube monthly, which thank God, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to survive. But it just basically covers my van loan, which is about $620 per month, and food. I'm spending a ton of money on food right now because I'm just trying to keep my health on track. But it is really difficult because I'm constantly just stressed in my freaking mind. So anyways, back to the original kind of topic of this video. The way that I'm coping with it right now is that I have my little routine of like I wake up. I mean, a lot of times I have insomnia, and that makes it hard to get into the routine. But if I don't have insomnia, I'll wake up. I'll go to my 3 mile walk to the grocery store, and then I'll come back and I'll like work on a YouTube video, and then I'll have lunch, and then I'll finish editing the YouTube video, and then I have dinner. And basically every single moment that I'm not doing one of those like basic life sustaining things, either making money or food, I'm just like scrolling YouTube. Like I don't even know how to cope anymore with living in this place that feels completely hostile to me. Like I'm behind enemy lines and everything that I do is wrong and dangerous. Like just now when I just had started to record this YouTube video about being stressed out about my relationship with my mom, and then what happens? My mom gets out of bed at 3 a.m. in the morning to come appear. It was like, I feel like a space cadet or something living out in deep space when I'm in my van, it's opposite in the camera, but the window over there just looks like I'm Matt Damon in The Martian or something. And then here comes my mom out of the back windows, which look kind of the same. It's just like all black, and then she comes out of the dark as if I've summoned her by trying to make a YouTube video about my feelings or something. But I know a lot of people are using the same strategy. And this is the whole thing behind social media addiction in general. It has nothing to do with how addictive or non-addictive YouTube is. And it's all about just trying to like fill the gap of whatever stressful situation that you're dealing with, and usually it happens when the stress has gotten so high that there are just not enough healthy coping mechanisms to cope with it, and so you have to start resorting to something bad just to like drown out the situation that you're in. So I don't know. I find myself watching just like random shit, like the television of my mind is just like is like changing channels, just trying to find anything to drown out the stress of the situation that I'm living in and the loneliness, having absolutely no one to talk to other than the camera and you guys, which I'm really thankful for. It's no substitute for real in real life relationships with people, but it is definitely something. Is definitely better than nothing. Being able to talk to people who have the same general ideologies as me, and or can at least appreciate my perspective, which my mom can't even do that. She's no longer capable of even looking at the way that I'm thinking and seeing like, okay, I don't agree with you, but I can see why, if you believe what you believe, then you would do what you do. And then there's like the whole situation with my dad. Oh God, he just hurt his back shoveling snow when we got a fairly decent dumping of snow in his driveway. And so now I'm thinking like I can't be over there all the time, even when I move into my van, so I can go back and forth between my parents' house to help them with things. Like I need to shovel the driveway at my mom's house too. And so I'm like, what do I do? Do I pay someone to shovel his driveway? And I can't afford to do that right now. Or do I buy him a snowblower? And that is even less affordable, even though it makes more sense in the long term, because if you spend like, I don't know, I think they're like $1,000 for like a decent quality one that can handle deeper, thicker snow. So it's like that versus paying someone $200 to $300 per year to shovel my dad's driveway. Oh God. And then he just has so many problems. It's just overwhelming. It feels like that scene in Interstellar where they land on this planet where there's this like giant fucking wave that comes every, I don't know, hour or something. It's like a 10-story wave, and that's what I feel like when I look at both of my parents. Really, they have so many mounting problems that it's completely overwhelming. I don't even know what to do about it. Like he needs his gutters fixed, which is thousands of dollars. He needs his roof fixed, thousands of dollars. He needs his cracked chimney fixed, which is thousands of dollars. He has no place to work. He's working in this like dusty, cobwebby basement where the ceilings are too low, and he's constantly smacking his head against things because he's losing his vision. He's going blind from chewing tobacco and macular degeneration. And I'm like, what am I going to do about that? And then, he doesn't have money to buy the food that would help him heal from macular degeneration. He's eating like the lowest quality Spam for some of his calories. So it's really hard. I'm just like trying to get myself out. I feel every single day the main thought running through my brain is like, I have got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. This crazy place. And so this is why I'm pouring all of my money into the van. But it's like every time I do that, I feel guilty about not helping my parents. And I know it's like a put your mask on, first when the airplane is crashing type situation, but it doesn't stop the feeling of just like helplessness. Or feeling like you're being selfish or something. And then even worse, like my mom is starting to struggle financially now because she has been so screwed over by the healthcare system in America that, especially like this year, she just spent thousands and thousands of dollars on just like surgeries and medications and all of this bullshit stuff, And so she shouldn't be struggling financially. She worked as a primary school librarian, and she has a retirement plan and all of this stuff, and she should be at the part in her life where she's okay financially and not worrying about how she's going to pay to take down trees in the backyard. We have a bunch of beech trees that are diseased now, which is a whole nother problem. Is just like all of these trees are dying. If you go on a hike anywhere now, there are just trees downed everywhere, and it's because of all the pollution, um, things that we're doing to the environment. But yeah, on a more positive note, the plan, I think, essentially is that I just have to fast forward my moving into this van as much as I can. And I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get the propane fireplace installed. And then as soon as I get paid, hopefully Lightphone is going to pay me on, I think, like the 12th or something. So as soon as that happens, I'm going to buy the propane tank and then get that installed in the underside, or the underside of the van. It'll run a line up to over here where the fireplace is going to be. And then I'll be able to, work here and also, like as in working on the van, and also sleep out here, so that I can wake up at the time that I want to wake up and not feel like a prisoner in my own bed, because I really, my mom is having serious health problems. She cannot afford to be woken up in the middle of the night like this. But anyways, I feel like if I just have heat in here, that'll be enough. And probably what I'll do is I'll get some kind of like rolling desk so that I can bring my computer at least out here and do my editing work, even if I have to keep filming my videos back in my room, because I can't film in here, in an unfinished van. It just doesn't look good. And it's fine for vlogs, obviously, but yeah. And then if I have like a rolling desk, then I can move it around so that it's not in the way. But back to the original point, I'm just sorry that I don't have the energy or, whatever to make better videos right now. I'm just doing my best to post something every day that is useful to people. And yeah, I mean, I really would like to get more creative, and get back to like making natural health videos and stuff like that. But I don't really have the ability to do it right now with all of the stress that I'm under. I don't feel creative at all. I just feel like I'm trapped. But I am on track, I think, to finish the van build, or at least, in a basic sense, in the next, 4 to 5 months, I hope. And then I can start doing some traveling in the summer, just like get away a little bit, because I haven't been able to do that. I haven't had any money, and I've also haven't also had a good way to travel, and still have an office to work and stuff like that. So I really want to go to Maine and just do some backpacking in barefoot shoes and things like that, which I think will be really fun. And then the channel will get back to the level that it was at, which I'm really excited for. But anyways, thank you for staying along with me as I go through this really rocky, difficult part in the journey. And I feel like it's kind of like the movie The Matrix, like everyone has this line that they're trying to cross in their life. And, over the course of your life, it's multiple lines, but this is a really big one for me. And some people don't even get the chance to like get out. So everything that I'm doing, all the videos that I'm making, all the hard work I'm putting in, all these vlogs, all the reviews, the van, everything is just to prove that it is possible to get out, to find some kind of freedom, some space where you can just be yourself, which is all that I really want. I think that that's all most people want. They just want to be themselves. They don't want someone telling them what to do, like who to be, what to eat, what time to get up in the morning, when they can film a YouTube video, that sort of thing. And I feel like once I move into the van, everything will start to improve again, which I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, I hope that you're making progress towards whatever you're trying to get out of and wherever you're trying to get towards. I appreciate you guys. It's always fun hanging out and having these weird chats in the comments. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.